Nearly 7 million people are living with Alzheimer's in the U.S., and that number is expected to double by the year 2050. Advocates say finding a cure is critical.
You can help their efforts in this weekend's Walk for a Cure. CBS 13's Hunter Sowers joins us in studio. She spoke directly to those impacted by the disease about the importance of fundraising.
Yes, we all know this, and that money, it's not only used to find a cure, but to help those directly caring for a family member battling the disease. For Melissa Wass, it was an 8-year journey. Now, years after her mother's death in 2021, she remains a fierce advocate for finding a cure, donating her mother's brain for research.
She's my best friend. My parents are my best friends.
For Melissa Wass, she lost her mother years before the day she actually died.
Say hi, Mom. Do you remember me?
It's the worst disease I've ever seen in my life.
Days after Melissa lost her dad to lung cancer, her mom, Joyce, became increasingly confused. Knowing her family history, she took her to a neurologist. The diagnosis, dementia. It would be Melissa's wife, Carrie, who selflessly quit her job to care for Joyce.
I'll be honest with you, Hunter, I don't know how she did it. There were things that she did that, nurses essentially do.
How did you sleep last night? Yeah, good.
And I think the hardest part of the journey for me was watching the kindest woman I ever met in my life turn into essentially somebody who looked like they had a mental illness.
For 8 years, she watched her mother's health decline. In 2021, Joyce died. Melissa made the decision to donate her mother's brain to the University of Miami for research.
And when they got her brain, they did discover that she did have Alzheimer's. Also, she had Lewy body dementia. With Lewy body dementia, it's almost like the person gets schizophrenia.
Her brain has been used in countless studies.
I did it because I know that we cannot find a cure without that research.
It's why every year, even after her mother's death, she takes part in the annual Walk for a Cure, walking so that one day others won't have to.
It's just that important to find a cure. No one else should have to suffer
I missed you.
the way my mother did.
What do you miss most about your mom?
Our conversations. She and my father would be so proud of me. How strong of an advocate I am.
That's right. To this day, Melissa is one of the top fundraisers every year in the Walk for a Cure event. Her advocacy is also influencing state law. Governor Newsom recently signed SB 639, mandating more training for certain healthcare facilities treating dementia patients. So making a difference in honor of her mom. So many have been touched by this. Tony, your mother, touched by it as well.
Thinking about her every day, and the repetition of how serious this is can't be, talked about enough, right?
And to hear double the amount of people diagnosed by 2050 underscores the importance.
But thanks for sharing her story.
Absolutely.
Pretty impactful. So join us for Saturday's walk. I'd love to see you out there. I'll be emceeing again this year. It's in West Sacramento along Riverwalk Park. There are more walks planned through October, but by all means, go out there and let's be the squeaky wheel together as we let lawmakers know they need to spend even more money on Alzheimer's research.
For Melissa Wass, she lost her mother years before the day she actually died.
It's the worst disease I've ever seen in my life.
Days after Melissa lost her dad to lung cancer, her mom, Joyce, became increasingly confused. Knowing her family history, she took her to a neurologist. The diagnosis, dementia. It would be Melissa's wife, Carrie, who selflessly quit her job to care for Joyce.
How did you sleep last night? Yeah, good.
For 8 years, she watched her mother's health decline. In 2021, Joyce died. Melissa made the decision to donate her mother's brain to the University of Miami for research.
And when they got her brain, they did discover that